My name is Mitsaki Uchida. I'm 6th-degree black belt in the Japanese martial art of Taido. Kangeko is one of our biggest events of the year. This year we had about 115 children and about the same number of teenagers and adults. Kangeko takes place during New Year's, and New Year's is the largest holiday in Japan. So there's a lot of aspects of New Year's that we introduce to our American students. Sensei will set up many of the elements like mochi and sake. Then we have our opening ceremony. Then the sweating begins. So for the children, we do 100 punches. For the advanced students, it's nothing. It's just like a normal warm-up. But for the white belts, they've never really just sat there and done 100 all at once and shouting and staying low. And you can tell when we get to about 70, their faces are like, wow, this is really difficult. It's a wonderful thing to see kids getting challenged. You'd be surprised how people rise to the occasion and how it creates character. So after the children's workout, we talk about all of the various aspects of Japanese New Year. And one of the big traditions in Japan is making mochi.
And success. And we believe if we eat this, you gain the power. Some of them call chikara mochi. Chikara means power. Power mochi.
And mochi is a Japanese rice cake. We put it into a big tree trunk. It has like a bowl shape in it. And we put this steaming rice in there, and then we have these huge hammers, and we start hitting the rice and pounding it. And we are maybe one of the only karate schools in America that does this. Like if I just think about it, I get like my hairs are raising, I get like goosebumps. It's intense because it's not easy to do 1,000 punches. And if you are really hitting hard and you're really staying low, by the time we get to 990, your hands are aching, your shoulders are aching, your legs are shaking. Nobody's giving up there.
Uchida Kaichou ni rei! お互いに礼！
And when we get to that last 100, it's fun. It's like the finale of a good fireworks show. It's like the best fireworks, the biggest ones are last, and people just go crazy for those last 10 punches, screaming their heads off and hitting so hard. And when you're done, the feeling of completing something that was not easy to do, it's a really nice feeling, confidence gaining feeling. So after the 1,000 punches finishes, we like to invite the students up by belt rank and have them do something that everybody in their belt rank can do. So the white belts will come forward and we'll do some more basic movements, or even some parts of the first hoke, which is the first form. Then invite the purple belts in, and they're a little bit better. And then the green belts, and they're a little better. And you can see the quality rising. And you can see the difficulty of what they're doing rising as you go belt to belt, belt to belt. And by the time we get to these high school, college age black belts, I mean, they're doing amazing movements and everybody is just blown away. And the black belts are doing backflips and backflip twists and no-handed cartwheels. And some of these people are just like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get to that level. To do a karate demonstration without breaking some boards is like, that's the wrong idea. It's also a metaphor for New Year's resolution and the breaking of bad habits. I try to project the habit onto the board, and the act of me breaking that board is symbol that I'm really gonna try hard to not do this type of thing this coming year. The idea of having a sake toast is a very, very Japanese tradition. Sensei will call us in by belt rank, so myself and the full-time instructors, we will all go forward and we sit down karate style in front of sensei and we pour each other sake, because you don't pour your own sake. That's the sign of a person who drinks too much. And you take turns pouring each other's sake. You just make a toast and Happy New Year to sensei. We will say, Akemashite omedetou gozaimasu, Happy New Year. And we will have a small sake toast. And then we will exit from in front of sensei and the next group, third degree black belts, and then second and first and on all the way down to the white belts. And once again, it's one of those things, if your sensei is not Japanese, it might be something that you've never experienced before, but it's something that all of our students are very familiar with. And I do have to say, the disclaimer is that we give the under 21 people, we give them a green tea or Sprite. It's not sake. We're not like, corrupting the youth. I think that martial arts teaches you to look beyond a person's outside. And I think that that's a theme that people can see is going on here, and it makes everyone feel comfortable here. The spirit of Taido is that you go into it thinking, I'm gonna learn kicks, punches, and flips, and I'm gonna become like this weapon of destruction. But then, not very long after you start training, you start to realize this isn't about hurting people, this is about bettering myself. And then as you train more, you start to realize I'm using these techniques that I learn outside of Taito. And I'm using them, not just the techniques, but the principles of what you learn here. Honor and respect and loyalty and kindness and compassion. These things, they can't help but to start to spill out into your everyday life. I think Taito is visually very beautiful and very attractive to even people who have never done martial arts. It has a grace and an elegance to it that other martial arts, maybe they don't show or maybe they don't have. And Taito has it. It's a different look than any other martial art, and I think that draws people to Taito. It brings people together, and I think that I think that society would be a wonderful place if everybody did Taito. Vamos.